Hey Animal Crossing fans, and pretty much anyone else who watches this is Meteorologist Castform back with another pre-direct video. We've all been waiting very patiently for any Animal Crossing news that isn't just some Amiibo festival clone or just anything that's really not made serious, and yes, this does include At Home Designer. Although I've seen many people being pessimistic and really being just like downing on anything that is not a main series game. I'm hoping that this mobile version that is being showcased in this Animal Crossing Direct is going to be something maybe like a mini version of the main game. So, for example, if you know anything about the original Animal Crossing population growing for the GameCube, they had this little almost like a mini game for the Game Boy Advance, and if you linked it up to your Animal Crossing GameCube game, it would basically have like this island that popped up on the Game Boy Advance. And I think it would be pretty cool if they utilize this into the mobile version. So like a little like game where you can just see the villagers and kind of interact with them, but nothing like too exciting. However, obviously, it would be great if we got more, and that's really what I'm going to be getting into. So, of course, I think we can all say we really want this to be a main series game in your pocket. But really, what are we actually hoping for? What are we actually hoping happens in this Direct? Although we just got Welcome Amiibo last year for the new Leaf version, it was hardly enough to tide us over to the next big announcement, which is Animal Crossing Mobile. And honestly, I've heard of a lot of people that were thinking it would be either A, canceled, or B, just not coming at all, or coming late next year, or just anything besides coming this year. And then, recently, as in the last month, we heard that there's some analysts that were saying it was going to be released in December, which is, of course, this year. So, obviously, we all want a main series game, and we want it soon. And that leads me to a question. Does this mobile direct mean we are getting a Switch Animal Crossing by the end of 2018? Of course, you may be thinking, no more. This is crazy. How could they possibly already have an Animal Crossing near ready for the Nintendo Switch? Well, dear listener, the answer comes from a statement made by Nintendo in January of this year. They said the mobile Animal Crossing will be compatible with handheld and console versions. Let me repeat that. Handheld and console. It is, of course, very plausible that they can just update New Leaf to have compatibility to the new mobile version, but the last console Animal Crossing title that was released in the main series was City Folk, released for the Nintendo Wii in November 2008. That was 9 years ago. And that'd not only be hard to update, but completely useless as it's a console that's like 2 generations old. Therefore, I do expect them to slip in that a console version is being made for 2018 release for the Nintendo Switch. However, that may not actually sell you. You might still be thinking, nah, Lauren, you're crazy. It's not gonna happen. But if you think about it, we had that Animal Crossing app for the Wii U. I know the Wii wasn't that successful, but personally, I bought it. I liked it. I think the Switch is a very good kind of builder-upper to the Wii U itself. But all those animals in the app were high-definition, resolutions of characters. So everyone was thinking they couldn't possibly put that to waste, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. I think that they were developing an Animal Crossing title for the Nintendo Wii U. And because the Wii U was sinking and did horribly and nobody actually really liked it, besides really myself, they decided to port it over to the Switch, which they hope to be more successful. And so far, it's been way more successful than its predecessor. So, with that being said, that means that they may already have a lot of the groundwork set for the Switch version if they did indeed port it over from the Wii U. However, obviously there's no evidence to even support this. This is just me kind of rambling, but, I like to be optimistic. My hope is that the mobile version comes out as soon as tomorrow. However, I also think that it may come out next week or next month, just because that I know Fire Emblem, they had the Fire Emblem Heroes Direct a little while before the actual game came out. However, Animal Crossing has been delayed for the mobile version at least twice, so that they could focus on Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes. I do have both the games. I play them. I love them, especially Fire Emblem Heroes. I have a decent amount of 5 stars on there. But really, I think any kind of wait period is just for the sake of waiting to be like, hey, this is coming. Which obviously Animal Crossing fans are very used to, as with the Animal Crossing for the 3DS getting delayed. I'm pretty sure the Wii version got delayed at least once. I might be wrong though. But we are very used to delaying, except not on as great of a scale as Legend of Zelda. I also hope that is, as said before, similar to a main series Animal Crossing game, except maybe with a gacha type system to actually get villagers. Maybe thinking, Lord, Nintendo doesn't do gacha, but that's where you're wrong. Fire Emblem Heroes and Super Mario Run both have gacha system, implements in it. For Super Mario Run, it's just the decoration system, especially with the new mode that came out, the 10 times remix or whatever it is. So that's been very prevalent with Super Mario Run as of late, and then Fire Emblem Heroes is basically based off the gacha system. So I think it's perfectly possible that Nintendo is planning on kind of doing a gacha system with the mobile version that can be used maybe to get clothing items, maybe to get like new decorations for your house, maybe even get new villagers. I think using a gacha system to get villagers in Animal Crossing would be a super good idea, and I really hope that they implement something like that, because honestly, who doesn't want good villagers? Like, seriously. But not only do I really like gacha games, I think it would seriously just work well. So, I mean, why not? Another feature that I hope lands in the mobile version are holidays and special events. And I'm not talking about special events like in Animal Crossing Wild World for the DS, where it was just like, oh, it's Yay Day, where we get to compliment everyone. It's Flower Week, although I really like flowers. I have a giant hybrid garden in my New Leaf version. I really hope they have, like, maybe special villagers and, like, decorations coming out for, holidays and stuff. Maybe they'll even have it come out this week, just so they can start out with Halloween decorations and everything. That's sort of like a welcome to Animal Crossing Mobile. I would actually really like that idea. Lastly, I would really like to have full-fledged character customization, like sort of like how it was in Happy Home Designer, where you got to pick out your hair, pick out your face, pick out your clothes, except for the top usually. Except this time have it fully customizable. I really hope we get that. So I think we can all attest to this. This does include skin tone as well, because I know Animal Crossing characters are usually just white, unless you tan them. That was until Happy Home Designer, where you got to pick your skin tone too, which was great. Personally, I'm super pale, so even when they are white, it's still on my skin tone, so if they could have even paler options, that would be pretty cool. And obviously, darker options as well, because obviously not all people who play Animal Crossing are white, because that would be ridiculous, because a lot of our world isn't, Caucasian. But really, overall, I know Nintendo can do super well with this, and I have complete and utter faith in them, and hopefully they do not disappoint me. And this will no doubt be a great entry in the series, and I really hope I won't be disappointed. With that being said, this is going to be the end of my pre-direct video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is kind of a new format that I'll be trying out, with the whole me not showing my face because I'm not really conventionally attractive and blah blah blah. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and this is Meteorologist Castform signing off.